This Brick Place for live music. They play the most music on Dirty Six. So if you had to catch a flight, you only had 10 minutes, hop into Friends. I'm surprised they're not playing right now. Maybe they are. Next door, a beautiful Irish cafe and pub. And up here to the right, the Driscoll Hotel, the oldest operating hotel out here, opened in 1886. And it still smells like 1886 in there. From the vintage perfume. If you see on the top front facade here, you see a stone head of Jesse Driscoll up there, and beneath him a cow head. He sold cattle to the Confederate Army, paid a bunch of money, paid $400K for this building. By today's money, 92 million bucks. Eventually losing the hotel in a poker game. Be good. Hey, if you go in there, they just opened up a great little bar in the front lobby. Great artwork. They've got the best bathrooms in the city. And every Texas governor's ball has been there. Maybe more importantly, to our left, P. Terry's Burger Stand. One of the few places open after 10 p.m. It's an Austin chain, local beef. You can get a burger for $3 at P. Terry's. So that's a great, can't beat that. This intersection, this is the heart of Austin. Our two most popular streets, 6th Street and Congress Ave. And if you want a picture of our Capitol, get your cameras ready. We're gonna have a nice frontal shot as we head up Congress Ave. All right, before I dive into the Capitol info, on the sidewalk to the left, you may see a lady shooting a cannon at the bus. Angelina Eberly, the savior of Austin, the story, one late December evening in 1842, to move the Capitol to Houston. She didn't know what else to do, so she fired a cannon at those guys, which woke up the police. They tracked those documents down, and Austin still the capital of Texas to this day. We've seen the vaudeville acts, the Marx Brothers, Harry Houdini's performed here. They're going to be closing up for some renovations, so they've been having a lot of more free shows going on lately. That could be worth checking out the Paramount lineup. Next door, the State Theater here, opening 20 years later in 1935. Playing motion pictures. One big movie premiere here was Batman, premiered in 1966. All right, our Capitol building up there. That looks very familiar to most Americans. That is because in the mid-1800s, Texas held a nationwide design contest for our new Capitol building. 11 entries were submitted, and the winning entry, the guy just copied the U.S. Capitol's design, but he made ours taller, which was, that's the other deal. Everything's got to be bigger in Texas. We're very self-conscious of size out here. That building, made out of Texas red granite from nearby Marble Falls, was constructed through prison labor, the old Texas pastime, alongside 62 Scottish stonecutters. They were paid $1 a day after being promised $4 a day. She's our little protectress here. She was the Greek goddess of wisdom and arts and crafts. Happier from here. The Capitol once again will be off to our left as we head up to UT. And here to our right, 11 acres of green space between 12th and 15th Street, the Moody Amphitheater. This would be a great place to maybe read a book in the shade surrounded by native Texas plants. I've seen a bunch of wildlife there in the evenings. Not just our homeless, but actual like little furry critters. They'll get feral. They will get feral. I've also seen the Pixies perform in the 5,000-seat amphitheater built into the terrain. And we'll get a little look at this music venue because we're on top of a bus. that's a fun place to catch a show. Little music talk, athletic prowess. But I've learned we've got some pretty top tier academic programs here, including the best civil engineering program in the state. And UT also has some of the best infrastructure in Texas. I'll point out a few. This building to our left has been going up the past few months. It's going to be a student workout facility. You get some of your 70 grand's worth doing sit-ups on the turf, feeling good about yourself. The 10th largest sports arena on earth. This is the Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Football Stadium. That clock tower is known as the UT Tower, built in 1937. And that building is most associated with one infamous day, being August 1st, 1966. On the weekends, though, they do test it out. I don't know if there's a guy in there yet, but it will be flying this afternoon. That is the future. How many years ago was a driverless car, like, seemingly impossible? Now we'll have drones one day. The vehicle closed her jacket in the door and it drove off. So, but you don't have to tip somebody. Hey, to the right, you see the glass building with the angled front. If that was a flat glass building, the reflecting sunlight would burn people.
So one more time in the Waymo car. This is our 16-year anniversary, and we're here in Austin, Texas, which I didn't even know that Waymo was so popular here. I thought it was only California, to be honest. But we're out here and having a good old time in our autonomous taxi. As you can see, heading down the street, no one driving. It's kind of crazy, but I'm kind of used to it at this point, even though it's my second time. I'm, fairly comfortable. Last time the first time in California, I did a little swerve.
Not comfortable.
Yeah, it was a little bit unnerving. I guess the computer saw something and it kind of swerved a little bit, but we're fine. No big deal. We arrived at our location safely, and I don't expect anything less today. So Waymo. And also in Austin here, we saw autonomous drone
air taxi.
Right, an air taxi, they call it, drone.
Safety, the doors will remain
And yeah, so that's another thing coming here.
The first pull
So,
unlocks. The
anyway.
second opens the door.
We're on our way to dinner.
Almost there.